Okay, hi guys. So basically, management level case study is the project that I'm going to work with you all. Management level case study for August 2025 is the project that I'm trying to work with you. My objective is to ensure all of you all pass the exam in August. That is my objective. Now, to achieve that objective, there are things that I need to do and there are things that you need to do. So I'll give a very brief about the broader background. Broader background. SEMA changed the syllabus entirely from 2015 onwards. Today, there are three case studies OCS, MCS, SCS. You can do the three case studies and pass. All theory subjects have been moved into a self assessment. What SEMA is trying to tell you is we are not much interested in the highly technical teaching, we are not interested in. So, there's another syllabus change coming from 2026, not this year, the year after. When I went through the new syllabus change that is coming from 2026, again, it is not major, but a lot of new technological things have been increased further. So there's a new change coming from 2026 next year, and a lot of technological things have been added into the syllabus from 2026, right? So I'm actually on my way from London because we had the uh, SEMA council meeting. So this was discussed at the council meeting as well. This was discussed at the council meeting as well. What is the direction that SEMA would like to take? So the direction that SEMA would like to take is we are not interested in the technical capabilities of the participants. We are more interested in the business sense, the business skills of the participants, right? So that is what we are going behind, and we are trying to concentrate on the technology side a lot, right? So things like generative AI, like the ChatGTP, things like generative AI had been added to the syllabus now again, but it has no impact on you because the syllabus change will be with effect from 2026. So the broader sense, that is what is happening in the market. I mean, MCS is one element in moment. You need to know what the broader sense is. So MCS will be part of that broader discussion. So we are not on the exam day. SEMA is not interested in to know whether you know value chain analysis, detailed steps of activity-based costing, target costing, whether you are an expert. SEMA is not really interested in. SEMA is not really interested in. What SEMA is more interested in is whether you can manage a very practical day-to-day problem. Now, the case study available for August, as you know, case study available for August is same as the case study available for the last exam, for the month of May. Is a very practical case study. Now, strategic level, now we are here talking about the management level case study. Here we are here we are talking about the management level case study, but strategic level case study is not a very common industry. It is satellite manufacturing. So as you know, satellite manufacturing might not be very, very common. But the case study for you is a very practical case study. It is a salon, right? So of course we are not running one salon. We are running many different salons on a franchise model. So it is of course not that just we are trying to run one salon. It is we are trying to run many different salons on a franchise model. One second. Why is that not working? I'm in an airport, so I'm trying to read. What is that? Hmm. One second. I'm not sure whether I need the mouse to do that. Okay. So I don't have it now, so therefore I'll just take 1 minute to discuss. So our case study is a salon. So we are very I mean, very common business, but very interesting company that we have to work on. So we have many franchise saloons available in our country. So what do you mean by franchise saloon? That means we have built up. It's like McDonald's. It's like McDonald's. So McDonald's has built a great brand. So in your country, if you want to start a McDonald's, we'll franchise it to you. That means you can start a restaurant, of course, based on our guideline, and you can call it McDonald's in your country. And we are, as the company of McDonald's, we are not going to get involved of setting up the business. You need to set it up, you need to run it, and you need to pay me a percentage of the revenue as a fee for me. So same McDonald's model is available. So now if you look at, if you're trying to have a franchise for McDonald's, there are so many guidelines that you need to follow. You need to set up the your restaurant based on the guideline. Imagine you are trying to be the Rolex agent. If you are trying to be the Rolex agent in your country, the board in the shop where it says Rolex, you can't even print in your own country. They will come from the head office. So if you are running a Rolex outlet, you can't decide how you are going to run it. Not only, I mean, in McDonald's, they will send you artwork for you to print. In Rolex, they will send the printed papers to be put it on your shop. So likewise, even in our business, when we give the franchise for the saloon, we will put a lot of restrictions and the guidelines that they need to follow. So, of course, we have some of our own saloons available. Of course, we have some of our own saloons available. So, give me 1 minute for me to sort out this problem. Right? So, of course, we have our own saloons. But mostly the saloons that we have are the franchise saloons. So, franchise saloon is good because we are not going to do the capital investment. We are not going to do the capital investment, so it's good. And we are not going to do the day-to-day running. I'm sorry, let me tell you. Right, I'm on my way at an airport, right? So therefore, if someone is running franchise, lot of advantages for me. I don't need to do the initial capital investment, right? And I don't need to run it. But the problem is you can't sleep at night because you have given the franchise for so many places. You don't know whether they will ruin your brand name. So therefore, this is a very interesting company to work for. Now look at the details of this company. So we are a saloon, as you can see from the pictures available, and see the size of it, my dear. See the size of it. We have 560 saloons available in our country. Name of our country is Daslan, and there are 560 saloons available. Out of the 560, 40 saloons are owned by me. What do you mean owned by me? Those 40 saloons are run by me. They are owned by me, managed by me. So I recruit people, I train people, I pay the electricity bill, I do the marketing, I have my own staff. 40 saloons are owned by me. 520 are on franchise model. 520 are on franchise model. So running 560 saloons is not an easy job. Now there's another problem available. I don't know whether you call it a problem or good thing. We have two brands of saloons available. So under our name of the company is Tremere. Under Tremere, there are two brands available. One is a premium brand, other one is a mid-range brand. Under same name. Of course, there are sub-names available for each brand. But under my company, I'm running two different brands. One is a premium saloon, other one is a mid-range saloon. So what do you mean by a premium saloon? What do you mean by a mid-range saloon? And what do you mean by are there saloons lower than mid-range? What you call a barber shop? What is a barber shop? You go, you cut the hair, you pay money and get out. That's a barber shop. Barbershop is you go there, he'll cut the hair and you get out. But when you look at a premium salon, it's very different. So I'm trying to give you a experience of a absolutely a premium salon. Huh? Our company might not be having it, but this is the extreme extent of a premium salon. I'm trying to tell you. There's a salon available, which we will watch their video a little later. When you go in, there's a large relaxing area or sitting area. When you go and sit in the sitting area, you get a whiskey. Your brand of whiskey that you like to drink, you get. And there's a billiard table available. So a lot of people come there, have a whiskey, play a little bit of billiard, have a haircut, and go. So that is an absolute premium saloon that we are talking about. We will watch their video next week when we start the session. Now I don't want to go into the video, but that's the absolute premium saloon available. And there's a mid-range available. So even if you look at some of the pictures, my dear, you might be able to identify whether it's a mid-range or a premium kind of. You might get a feeling about it. So you might see this picture is this is a saloon, no, but that might be very different to this one. So when you look at the photos of some of the saloons, I'm trying to take from the pictures that is available. Not that I'm trying to go and look for the separate pictures. Look at this. This might be very different. This might be very different, right? So what I'm trying to tell you now, this is like a basic barbershop available. So now there are two different brands that we are running. One is a premium, other one is a mid-range. So if you want to know how many premium, how many mid-range, they are available. You see, 380 mid-market salons, 140 upmarket salons. So now I don't know what you think about it. You might think this is crazy. Why do you run two different brands under high market and mid market? Why do you run it? Look at Hilton. Look at Hilton. Hilton, under Hilton brand name, there are absolutely premium hotel. There are mid-level hotels available as well. Can you tell me a brand under Hilton for a mid-level hotel? So you have the proper Hilton, but there are sub-brands of Hilton that are not premium like the normal Hilton. Give me a name available. Give me a name available of a mid-market Hilton. Oh, can you Google? Can you please Google what are the different brands under Hilton Group? What are the different brands under Hilton Group? Then you will see, whilst we have Hilton as a top brand, there are mid luxury brands available under Hilton. Very good. DoubleTree is a classic example. DoubleTree is in the Hilton Group, but not premium as Hilton. So look at Toyota. Look at Toyota. Under Toyota brand name, you have absolutely premium vehicles and absolutely mid-market vehicles as well. So give me a name, vehicle brand of a premium vehicle under Toyota and a basic vehicle under Toyota. Give me a name of a premium vehicle under Toyota company and a mid-market product under Toyota company. Mid-market vehicle under Toyota company. And other than the 40 of our own saloons, we have 320 of franchise. And we have company, right? So we are a very profitable business. We have a nice board of directors. We have a nice board of directors. Uh, we are a very different organization in that sense, right? Uh, 1 second. Can you all see me? For August 2025, management level pre-seen is a very basic case study that is available. We are you can hear me, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on my way, right? So first step is internet. Uh, Is it better now? Okay, I'm sorry. This is only for today. I'm on my way. It will be okay from next week, right? So the first thing that we do is what we call KYP. KYP is know your pre-seed. Second one is KYI. KYI is know your industry. So you are not going to read the pre-seed on your own because I know you guys are working professionals. Therefore, we will give you a document called KYP, the document that I showed you, and I'll explain that within the course. But you can't get to know you can't understand the company unless you understand the industry. That is why the second document will come in, which is what we call KYI, which is what we call KYI. So what you see on the screen is the KYP. This is the first document. This is what you call the KYP. But after the KYP is done, or maybe partly done, we will give you the KYI as well. So you will go and learn about the industry. Right? So this is what the KYI looks like. By looking at it, you can see it's the saloon industry. So here we talked about how the saloon industry works in the real world. So this is about how the saloon industry started in the world. Now there are some examples that are coming from the historical hairdressing industry, right? So history of the hairdressing industry. So these are about what is happening in the industry. So you don't need to know all of those. But then in the KYI, we will give you lot of details about the real world companies that is available. So you will learn about how other companies in the world are managing the saloon businesses, right? So first thing is KYP, second thing is KYI. And we talked about how the technology is impacting the industry as well. Now, this is a good slide for you to see how the technology is having an impact on the industry. So, KYP, KYI are the first two steps that we do. Right? KYP, KYI are the first two steps. Then we will go to a third step called deep dive. What is deep dive? That's an in-depth analysis of the pricing. In the KYP, we try to see and learn what is in the pricing. In the deep dive, we try to go and challenge the pricing and go to the depth of the pricing. So KYP, KYI, deep dive. Then we have a section called ground rules. What do you mean by ground rules? Ground rules are the guidelines for you of what you should be doing on the exam day and what you should not be doing on the exam day. That is what you call the ground rules. Step number 5 is what we call 5 core activities. On the exam day, Seema is saying all the questions for you on the exam day will come from 5 core activities. So therefore, we need to learn about those 5. Now, I'll just show those 5 on the screen. I'm not going to go into a detailed discussion now. Today is not the time to go to a detailed discussion. Today's the objective is to explain to you what are the things that you need to be ready. So this is, let me show you the 5 ground rules available, right? These are the 5 ground rules. Sorry, these are the 5 core activities available. Examiner is saying, all the questions for the exam day will come from these 5 areas. Now, read these 5. You can't understand by reading it. I also can't understand. We need to go to the depth of each one. But you will see equal weightage. Equal weightage is what? Each one of them will give you minimum of 15% of the questions and maximum of 25% of the questions. So each one, there is a fixed weightage given, minimum 15, maximum 25. Now, there are 5 areas. Now, examiner can't give 15 from each one because 15 into 5 is 75. So some examiner will give 15, some examiner will give 20, some examiner will give 25. So we need to learn about these 5. That is the step number 5, 5 core activities. Step number 6 is something very important where I teach all the E2, P2, F2 theories for you. My team will take some of those lectures, but all the E2, P2, F2 will be covered by us. You don't need to go through the E2, P2, F2 theories separately. That's stage number 6. Then there is a stage called practice. What is practice? We'll give you one mock paper with the answer. For you to look at the mock paper and the answer, I'll explain that in the class. So you get an idea of what kind of questions will come, what kind of answers are required. Next step is called reality, where you will get maybe 8 mocks. You might not be able to do all 8. 8 mocks are available or 9 mocks are available for you to get the real experience, why we call it reality. So we have a Nanaska, we have exam engine, very similar to CMA exam engine. We have exam engine very similar to CMA exam engine. You can do the exams on our platform. So it will be a real reality test for you. Then, of course, you have things like revision. Under revision, we look at PI. PI is possible issues. What will come on the exam day? We look at power mock. Power mock is what theoretical questions might be there on the exam day. And we will do one-to-one help for each mock paper that you do. So those are broadly the 10 steps that we are going to do with you. Next week, I'm not going to spend time on any of these. I'm going to go into the KYP direct and start with that. Right? So my experience with SEMA as a student, as a lecturer, running a tuition provider called Nanaska, being on the SEMA Global Council in UK, it's going to be a very, very practical paper. With all those involvements, we know what is expected to be seen on the exam day. So we are fully committed to ensure you pass. I want your commitment as well. Of course, the classes are there live and all of them are recorded. If you miss a class, you can go and watch the video. But generally, if you miss a class, you miss that opportunity. Therefore, better to come for the live session. But if you miss due to some unavoidable reason, we understand, then you can go and watch the video. There's a WhatsApp group created where you can ask questions, where I'll go and give my comments, I'll put some videos. So let's try to work together, my dear friends. There's a job that you need to do, there's a job that I need to do, and I will push you hard to do the job that is needed from your side as well. Right? So it's a nice industry, well-known industry. Exams are in August. I'm sure we can do this project together. I'm sure we can ensure you pass the exams in August 2025. Right? So this is the 30-minute introduction that I wanted to give. Right? It's a very basic introduction because it's the like a pre-start in the session we are doing it. Secondly, I'm on my way in an airport, so I'm trying to keep it short as well. But I would love to meet you all on next Sunday. I would love to meet you all on next Sunday and start our game. So you can you can write down my mobile number, WhatsApp number. Whenever you want to send me a WhatsApp message, please do that. It is 777-398-996-0094. If you want the country code, if not 777-398-996. Send me a WhatsApp message on anything that you wanted to clarify. And I look forward to see all of you all next week. Please register now. If you register now, we will give you the access to the LMS, Early Learning Management System, where the videos are already loaded. So you can start some work during the week. And next Sunday, let's meet and formalize our game plan and do the things that are required for you to pass the exams in August. Goodbye, unless you have any questions. So is it going to be physical classes? Yes, at least there will be 2 physical classes where I will go through mocks, we'll meet. If you're in Sri Lanka, yes, you can join. Hmm? No? Yeah. So there are two sessions. There's separate session for the overseas students as well. Any more questions? If no more questions, goodbye, good night. See you next Sunday. See you next Sunday then. Yes, we'll see you next Sunday. We'll start the game. Have a haircut and come. Go to a salon, have a haircut. So you will get the real world experience of what the customer experience in a salon is. Right? Unfortunately, I can't have many haircuts. Okay, bye everyone. Take care. Bye, take care. So self-assessment is something you can start to do now. Sajid, Sajid Pitikala, send me a WhatsApp. I'll explain to you. It is not an exam. It's a self-assessment. If you do it wrong, no one is checking. You can just correct it then and there. So don't try to study in the self-assessment. I am going to teach you all the theories that are required to pass MCS. Self-assessment is something that you need to do fast and get it cleared. Right? Okay. Take care. Good night. Goodbye.